something that I practice myself every day, like I want to change destiny every day, and I hopefully, like I get to inspire a lot of people to do the same.
And that you are inspiring people because it's in your journey of how you got to where you are. Now we all know you started off in the independent scene. Actually, my husband had your first album and he's got all your songs way before Yuna became big. He was like, Aisha, you must listen to this. So, what moment was it for you when you decided that, hey, look, I'm going to take control of my life and, I think I can go a lot further?
I think it was, I was already, doing music when I was still in law school. I was studying. And although I love the whole, like my experience in law school, I learned a lot and I graduated. But I asked myself this question, like, what do I want to do? Like, do I want to pursue, do I want to continue, or do I want to really do this music thing? And, there's a lot of people who really supported me. Like, I have my fans here today since day one. They've been there for me. Thank you so much for coming. And, they've been there for me. And I just knew, there was something inside that I wanted to explore, I wanted to give more, I wanted to make more music, and I wanted to reach out to people from all over the world, not just Malaysia, and I have that in me. And there's a saying that you have two lives. Like one is when the life that you have right now, and the second part is when you realize you only have one life. That part is when your life actually begins, and you take control of your destiny.
Absolutely. And you realize that you can't just coast along, right? And if you just, ride the wave of life and not do anything about it, or you can actually sit and paddle towards the direction you want to go.
Yeah.
Now, about the Ning Chin Lan video, which part resonated the most with you? Which part was your favorite?
My favorite part was when she said, when other people said she couldn't do what she loved, and this prejudice from them being prejudiced towards her, inspired her to just do it and just dance. And I think I can relate to that. I think for a long time, starting my music career in Malaysia, I had a lot of struggles. A lot of people told me, I can't do this, I can't do that. Oh, you wouldn't be able to go to LA, and that's exactly what I work towards. I'm going to LA, so I'm going to try and make an album in LA, and now I'm working on my third album. So it's very even for me, like I enjoy the process so much, and I try to have fun as I do these things. So,
And you have had a lot of fun, and you have managed to do a lot of things. Now you actually managed to see one of my idols, Kate Blanchett, at the SK2 ASEAN Change Destiny Google Hangout. Please tell us, how was the experience seeing her? So you sat down with her and then you had a little chat with her. I saw your Instagram and I was like, no way. How was that for you?
She looks like a wax figure, huh? Like I posted that photo, everyone thought I was at like a wax museum or something. Yeah. But like I got the opportunity to attend an SK2 event. It was a pre-Oscar party, and she was in town. She was in LA, and I got the opportunity to host this Google Hangout thing with all the ASEAN countries with her, and I had a chance to speak to her, and we were just talking, and she was really sweet, and. I want to be like her when I grow up. She's very classy, and she's really talented. She's super sweet. So yeah, I'm so happy that I got that half an hour to sit down with her and just talk to her.
Now I'm sure a lot of people will say that about you. They look at Yuna and they go, look, this is a woman who's classy, who took control of her life, who is doing what we all dream of doing. I mean, some people don't dream to be in the music industry, but you're the pretty much example that it can be done if you set yourself to it. So what kind of advice do you have for somebody who is pursuing their dream and maybe sometimes feel like there's like an obstacle too big or a challenge? What's your advice?
Don't be discouraged by everything that is around you. If you feel this negative energy, just push it away and just focus on your goals. And they're gonna be there anyways, but it depends on how strong you are in not minding them, not like thinking about them. So I try to tell the younger generation, especially Malaysians, I really care about them, to just like follow their dreams and don't be afraid of like exploring like new things, and don't be afraid. I just feel like a lot of kids these days are just like they struggle with their self-confidence. So I just want to push them and let them know that they're special and they can do it. We all have the same amount of hours in a day. We all have 24 hours, and
That's true.
and it
That's
all
true.
depends on whether you're strong enough to take this opportunity.
But I'm sure there are days too where you also feel like, it's just so tough. I mean,
Malas.
lazy is one thing, malas is one thing. We all have those days now, okay? But there are days where you feel that, oh gosh, sometimes the struggle is too big, it's too hard. What do you tell yourself to get yourself going? What's your like little mantra? So at least maybe we can borrow it and we can use it at home. Like if it works for you now, it must work for me, right?
This is really funny because I'm sometimes I get a little bit malas as well, and I have one of my best friends, Bibi, and whenever I feel this way, whenever I tell them like, I'm so lazy to go to the studio and write this or like do interviews, and she's like, well then go and I don't know, go like raise a cow or something like that, like something like completely the opposite. I'm like, yeah, that takes a lot of work too, so okay, I'm just gonna do this and do this, like the best that I can. And but yeah, anyways, that's not a really good advice, but I just want to tell everybody, just like just think about it. You only have like one life. Like this is your only chance to like really prove that, to not just to other people, to prove to yourself that you are valuable. You have this thing, inside of you, your heart and your mind, and you can actually use that to inspire other people as well. And it would be great to like have this, to have a nation that actually stands together and do their best in like whatever that they love. So
Yeah, so we all have it within us actually. Every single one of us, we're born very, very special. And we have that little spark within us. Let's just ignite it and then just chase our dreams. And then I guess collectively we will take our nation to somewhere a lot higher.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. You're such a positive change destiny story.
Thank you so much.
Now, just look